It felt good to get our first team win. I think, I think our team's had a really good training camp, and obviously we weren't, satisfied with our outing the other night. So to respond like we did, I think was great. And I think it was also really nice to have that moment for those girls that have been a big part of our organization and have a lot of respect in our locker room. So, I think we were just more focused on us and happy to get that team win.
You shifted at center tonight. You haven't played much at that position with this team since the first season, like here and there a little bit. But how did you feel to go back to, I guess, your natural position?
Yeah, it was really fun. I think my wingers made my job pretty easy tonight. I think there's definitely some things I kind of need to get a bit more comfortable with. I think I could have been more aggressive in the D zone, creating turnovers and things like that. But it was really fun to be back in that position and get to play with two wingers that were really working hard tonight.
Do I need this, really?
Yes.
Oh. Just the importance of scoring that first goal after not getting anything in the opener. How much did that help, I guess, the momentum or the flow of the game for you guys?
Can you take that?
Yeah, I mean, I think when you can score early in any game, it gives life to your team and life to your bench. And for us, we just wanted to go out there and put pucks on net and get to the net. So I think it's a big confidence booster when you can just get a goal early on. And we've been working on our power play, and so to see Jenny rip one there was nice.
Can you just talk about the chemistry maybe that the two of you felt or had out there and playing with Brianne?
Yeah, I mean, she's someone that I've looked up to for many years. We played together back in Calgary in the CWHL, and so someone who I followed her career, and I strive to be like her on the ice, and someone that I've trained with in the off season. And I think that when you get to play with players like Brianne Jenner, you just want to step up and do well for them. So yeah, I'm lucky to play with such a great player.
Rebecca, did you set any goals for yourself entering this season in terms of stats at all?
I don't like to put goals and stats, but for me, a big thing that I wanted to work on was my skating. I think that this league is so fast, so if you can find that extra little inch or just get to a spot on the ice quicker, that's one thing that I spend a lot of time on. So just, being able to attack wide and get to the net a little bit quicker is, something I focus on. And obviously, every player in this league wants to score goals and wants to help their team produce and win games. But, skating was a big one for me.
What did you do for your skating?
Yeah, I skated with Shelly Kettles all summer. So a group of us were out there, and it was a lot of fun. It was definitely hard days and long sessions, but, stuff that I haven't done in years. And so being able to just get back to the basics. We're skating with 10-year-olds at times, so it was just fun to get out there and try new things.
Am I still? Oh, no. Well, I had one for Brianne, but go ahead.
You can wait. We saw at times last season this team often have solid first period and then a bit of a lull in the second half of the game. How good was it for tonight? It felt like that full 60-minute effort, start to finish, that you started one way and finished the same.
Yeah, I think that was really huge for us. I think we talked a lot in the dressing room, and like our back check and our tracking and like reloading above the puck, like we didn't give them very much, and we carried that throughout the whole game. So I think if we're able to play like that for 60 minutes, that's a really good style for us. And like you said, I don't think we let up.
What does it mean for you personally to have a pair of goals, couple of assists? At times last year we saw sort of droughts for you personally. Do you set goals for yourself, or is it just if the opportunity's there, you want to make sure you can capitalize?
I think I set a lot of goals in terms of my process, but kind of like Rebecca said, not so much on outcome. Try to focus on like the details that you're doing to help your team win. So, like Becca said, the power play has been something that we've really been working on in practice, and we wanted to create momentum for the team. So to be able to kind of execute off a draw like Abby did, like Rory did, and then just to be able to put one on net quick, I think that's sort of some of the process that we've really been focusing on. So it's nice to see that pay off.
Brianna, I think coming into this game, or this season, a lot of people would look at Vancouver and see their lineup, and they thought, okay, here's an expansion team that's going to be a contender right off the bat, like Vegas Goldeneyes a few years ago. Was this sort of a a reaffirmation or a reminder to the league or everybody that the charge, you know, you guys were within a game of winning the championship last year? Sort of not to count Ottawa out, kind of that sort of deal, or that you're a good team as well?
I think we believe we're a great team, but we're 2 games in, and I think every team is a contender in this league, and that's what we've seen play out. So we don't take any team lightly, and we know that when we show up, we have as good a chance as anybody.
One more?
Yeah.
One more for Brianne.
Just for you, Rebecca, you look, so far in the 2 games this season, you look confident a lot more than especially early last season. Is it just in terms of the preparation or having the experience of playing here last year and being used to I know you know this place pretty well, but how do you explain, I guess, the way you've been going so far this season?
I think it's probably a combination of all those things. I mean, getting comfortable here with our systems and joining a new team in a new environment. But I think I just wanted to kind of go off of my playoff run last year. I felt like that was my best hockey, and I think I figured out, what it takes to compete in this league and be someone who can make an impact every game. And it's a tough league to play in, and so finding my way took some time. But I think that it is a confidence thing. I think it's a taking the off season and focusing on a few things that can help me in different situations, but not putting so much pressure on myself from the beginning.
Carla, can you just comment on just the style of play that you guys had tonight and how efficient it seemed right from start to end?
Yeah, this reminds me of what we were doing at the end of last year too. This is what this group has embraced and taken a lot of pride in, and making sure that we can bring it into this season as well. And it wasn't that our effort wasn't good in game 1, just things weren't clicking quite the same, and we were able to look at a few of the areas we want to get better at. But this is a group that's all in. We showed it last year. We're in it again this year. But yeah, there was a competitiveness to the game today that was great. And the girls talked about it, like just constant pressure. When you're constantly pressuring the other team, it's a challenge, and every team's a great team, so you got to bring it every night. But we certainly had a good go at it here tonight.
We saw Brianne move to center. Was that just trying to get things moving and clicking, and is this now something maybe that we're going to see a bit more of?
It'd probably be a dumb coach to move her out of there now. No, it was really, you're always trying to find the right chemistry. You're always trying to put players in positions to be successful. And obviously, she's got such a great history of playing both wing and center. So, yeah, it was just a conversation with her a couple days ago. Thought it would give us a different look. And certainly, obviously, she ran with it, and her line was tremendous tonight.
Do you think that, last game you were, in it until, it was a scoreless game until 12 minutes left or whatever. But the result sort of looks lopsided to people that weren't paying attention. Do you think maybe this served as a bit of a motivator, that serves as a bit of a motivator to your team tonight to come out strong?
Our group's always motivated. It's pro sport. We're chasing a Walter Cup. Every team is. We come motivated every day. We're going to win some hockey games. We're going to lose some hockey games. That's just the reality. We took the first game as, okay, where are we at and where do we need to get better? And we decided to focus on a few areas to get better. And I commend the players. They took it to heart, and they really applied it here this evening. And, again, it's just going to be a process. That's the reality of this industry. But we're right where we want to be.
What do you see from Rebecca Leslie that you promote her to a line? Well, I mean, you can number the lines. I don't know if you number the lines, but she's playing with the Jenner, so she's on a top line. What did you see from her through maybe training camp, or extension that goes beyond or back to last playoff, or what prompted that move?
Well, she's just playing great hockey. You saw that she put the work in the off season. I know she talked about it in her post game interview. It's paying off for her, and she's just showed great composure with the puck. She's moving her feet differently. I know she focused a lot on her skating. It's paid off, and so she's been able to bring a real good calmness to the game and make some really incredible plays. So it's just fun to watch her play, but what we believe we got is depth in our room, and I think that's what we saw tonight. It's not about one line or one player. We've got a whole team that can go, and I think that helped us this evening.
I wanted to ask you too about Gilday, and you've got rookie playing on the point on the power play. What do you like about? What gives you the confidence to put her in a position like that?
Well, I wouldn't stand in front of her shot.
No.
I know that much. So you look at, her ability to be a threat from a shooting perspective. That's a big thing on a power play. You want to have multiple sort of angles into the net and different threats to score goals and shoot pucks, and she certainly got that. And she stepped into this league impressively. Like she's obviously a top end player, and you're seeing it. You're seeing it when she defends. She's got a great long stick. She obviously has the presence about her. But the power play pieces, just getting her to be a threat from the blue line.
Does she have the hardest shot on the team?
I don't know that, Don. I would say it's up there, though. She's got a good release. Yeah.
That would be a good headline. Team Canada defender doesn't want to face a guilty shot.
Yeah, Mel Davidson would know this about me, though. This wouldn't shock Mel.
Yeah, I'm just curious about Kate Riley, first official game in over a year. How'd you assess this first game for her?
Yeah, she did incredibly well. You look at that last penalty kill there and just the heart at which her and Brooke Hobson went at it from a defending perspective. But, she's just a player that just gives everything she has every shift, and thought she really, for to your point, not having played in quite a while, looked like she had been playing recently. So I give her a lot of credit. She kept the game simple, but found her legs, and you just saw how competitive she was, and it was nice to see for her.
And another defender, Steph Markowski, kind of a difficult game on Saturday tonight. She was in and out of the lineup last year. She's elevated to a top 4 role. So, what did you think of how she performed today?
She played great as well. I had a great conversation with her. She had watched her game back after the first game, had incredible observations within her own game. So you can see she's a student of the game. She's trying to get herself better, and thought she applied the variables she brought to me really well tonight. So it's just nice to see, and obviously it just comes with a little bit of experience, right? Sometimes the year one takes a little bit, but we thought our defenders played really well, both with and without the puck tonight.
Would you say it's a theme, I guess, for the path to success, to see players who learn from their first year with the team last season, like Rebecca, Anna, and the list goes on?
Yeah, like experience. Doesn't matter what you're doing in life. If you've done it once before or a couple times before, you tend to have a bit of a better understanding of what it's going to take. And so, it's a big step to come into this league. It's the biggest step in anyone's career, in my opinion, because, you come out of college where you're all the same age, and, there's lots of variables there that are different than this league. This is a big step. There's a lot of great players in this league. So there's always a bit of an adjustment phase, but I think Marky did incredibly well in year one, and obviously we saw it here again that she's settling in quite nicely here for season 2.
Anyone else? That's it for tonight. Thank you.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you, Carla.
Have a good night.
Thanks, Carla.
Appreciate it. Quick and easy.